Alrighty, welcome everybody to Yoga Fundamentals 1 with me, Annie. This week's theme is Satya, truthfulness, and it's such an interesting theme of the week right now, isn't it? When there's a lot of lies in the world and they're just believed like they're truths. It's crazy. So we lie all the time as human beings, and we do it for all the various reasons: to not offend anybody, to not have conversations, to not talk to people. Like if someone says, "How are you?" and you say, "Fine," so that you can just move on. So with your day, I mean. So as we go through the rest of the week, which is only a couple days long, now that it's Friday, I want you to recognize how many times you lie in a day. And you can do this experiment anytime. Just pay attention to how many times you lie. And embellishments, exaggerations, omissions, and diminishing facts count as lies. So just pay attention. You don't have to keep a record or anything. Just pay attention. All right, laying down. Take a full body stretch. Inhaling. And exhale. Start to deepen your breath. Bring your arms down by your sides. Turn your palms up. Tuck your shoulder blades a little bit. If your knees are bent and feet on the floor, slide your legs out straight and let your feet fall open. Notice your back from your sacrum all the way up to your head. Notice where you're touching the floor and where you're not touching the floor. So the space under your low back, your lumbar spine, and the space under your cervical spine, your neck. Notice if you're holding your shoulders away from the floor. Relax them down. Move your head a little bit in a yes fashion and a no, and see if you're holding your neck or your head in any position. And then turn your feet up towards the ceiling and let them fall out again and up again and fall open, just to see if you're holding tension in your legs. Here's your neutral spine for today. So just memorize this, neutral spine. And then bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Open your arms out like a T. And start to windshield wiper your knees back and forth. And your blocks should not be hindering your windshield wipers. So if your blocks are close enough to hinder, they're too close, scooch them out a little bit. Come back to the center. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Put your hands on your shins. Cross your ankles, hook your feet, squeezing your knees in. Rock side to side, keeping your head on the floor. And then take your knees in circles. Put your feet on the floor. Extend your legs out straight. Reach your arms up overhead. Sliding your legs to the right corner of your mat, and then your head and your arms to the top right corner. Grab onto your left wrist and pull your left wrist so you feel stretch in your left side and obliques and hip. Keep breathing deeply. And then switch sides. Take your legs to the left corner and your head and your arms to the left top corner. Grab onto your right wrist and pull, stretching through your right side. Come back to the middle. Put your feet on the floor. Bring your arms down by your sides or out like a T. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Try to straighten your knee and then move your ankle around in some slow circles. Stretching your lower leg, calf, shin, outer ankle, inner ankle, top of the foot. Flex your foot and cross that ankle over your left quad, bringing your left knee in if you'd like. For 3, 2, another full inhale. And 1, put your left foot down and put your right foot down. Lift your left leg, straighten your knee, and then again move your ankle around in some slow circles. Letting your rib cage expand as you take full inhales and exhales. Cross your ankle over your right quad and bring your right knee in if you want, or keep your right foot on the floor. For 3, 2, and 1. Put your right foot down and your left foot. Find your strap. Loop your right foot. Extend your right foot up to the ceiling. So extend your knee, meaning straighten it, taking your right foot up. Slide your left leg out onto your mat, pulling your foot to you just a little so you feel the appropriate amount of stretch in your hamstring. Take a full inhale. And exhaling, open your right leg to the right. Your block is there to rest your calf or ankle on. Holding on to the strap with your right hand and maybe your left. Maybe you don't need your left. Turn your nose back up to the ceiling. And then take your nose over to the left. So turn your head to the left. Firm your quads. Take a full inhale. Tighten your stomach muscles. Lift your right leg up. And exhaling, roll to the left. You're going to take your right ankle or calf to that block, to the left. So roll your hip all the way over so you're on your side. Rest your leg. Hold on with your left hand and then sweep your right arm back open to the right, turning your face towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter if your right shoulder touches the floor. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Tighten your stomach muscles. Lift your right leg back up towards the ceiling. Extend your left leg up to meet your right. Slide your left foot through the strap and bring your right leg down. Pulling your left leg to you. Just enough. Taking your left leg open to the left, hold on with both hands, placing your calf or ankle on the block, turning your face to the right, breathing. Firm your quads for 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, tighten your stomach muscles, take your left leg up, and then all the way over to the right. Rolling over to your hip so that your leg can rest on your block. Hold on with your right hand. Sweep your left arm open to the left. And turn your nose to the ceiling. Notice if this side feels different. Or if you can twist more or less on this side. Bringing your left leg back up, lift. Remove the strap, or put it to the side. Draw your knees in. Rock and roll forward and back. Coming up to seated. Grabbing a block if you'd like to sit on a block or two, or not. Sit tall, place your hands onto your quads. Close your eyes. Find your anchor. Breath, touch, or sound. Sweeping your arms up, inhale. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Press your palms together. Bring your hands down to heart center. Interlace your fingers. Rounding your back, press your palms forward. Take an inhale. Lift up. Take your hands up towards the ceiling. Maybe drop your head back. Let go. Take your hands down and behind your back. Interlace your fingers, tucking your chin, and then draw your arms back as far as they'll go. Breathing. Letting go. Take your arms in front of you, your right elbow under your left into eagle arms. And then you can round and fold over or sit up tall, depending on what your traps and shoulders need. And then let go, sitting back up. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Press your palms together. Bring them down to heart center. Interlace your fingers, but then switch the way they're interlaced. Again, rounding, press your palms forward. And up. Letting go. Take your hands down and behind your back. Interlace your fingers, and then switch the way they're interlaced. And draw your hands back. Letting go. Shake it out. And left elbow under right into eagle. And you can round over if you want, or sit tall. Coming back up, if you folded, let go. Okay. Roll forward onto hands and knees. Move your blocks out of the way if you're sitting on them. And we'll go through some cat-cow. And some wrist stretching. And child's pose. Back into child's pose. You could keep your arms out in front or slide your hands back by your feet. If your forehead is on the mat, maybe roll side to side on your forehead. For 3. 2. And 1. Come on up. Move into down dog or dolphin. Dolphin's on your elbows. And then walk it out. Coming down to your knees into tabletop. Take your left knee back like 12 inches, 6 inches. Sweep your right arm up towards the ceiling, twisting. Inhale. Exhaling, thread the needle. Bring your right arm down to the ground. Put your head down. Lift your left leg. Squeeze your glutes. If you want it harder, look up at the ceiling. Breathing 3. 2. And 1. Bring your knee down. Press up into side plank on your left hand or elbow. Left hand stays down. Sweep your right arm up. Lift your gaze. Firm your right quad. Lift your right leg away from the floor. Reaching your right arm up and over to make a big, long, straight line from your right hand to your right foot. Reaching your right hand back up. Put your foot down. Look to the floor and sit down to your left hip. Left hip down. Turn around. Face the other end of the mat. The left knee is going to be open to the side. The right leg is going to be straight out in front of you. Sweep both arms up. Take a big inhale. Fold toward your right foot and reach. You can round your back. You can sit up tall. It makes no difference to me. You could take your left hand across your calf or your shin and give a pull so your left shoulder is pulling down more towards your right leg. A little more of a twist. I feel that in my rib cage, but you may feel it in a different place. Firm your right leg. Draw your waist in for 2. And 1. Sitting up, place your right hand or elbow on the floor behind you. Turn your left knee up towards the ceiling. Plant your left foot on the floor. We're going to sweep up into Wild Thing. Lift your left arm up and reach the left arm up and over. Take 1 more inhale. And then either flip it into plank or sit back down and flip over into plank. Lower all the way to the floor onto your stomach. Point your toes, tighten your quads. No hands needed as you lift your chest away from the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, looking forward. You can even tighten your stomach muscles. And then lower down, press yourself up into down dog or tabletop, because that's where we're going next. Coming into tabletop, bring your knees to the floor, lifting your left arm, but dropping your right knee back first. So take your right knee back on the ground, and then left arm comes up, lifting your gaze. Inhale. Coming down onto your shoulder, bring your temple down, lifting your right leg, squeeze your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your right knee down, press up onto your right hand, and then sweep that left arm up into side plank, lifting your left leg away from the floor, Reach your left arm to the wall so that you have a long straight line. Keep your left leg really strong. Press your heel to the wall for 2. And 1. Reach back up with your left arm. Bring your left toes to the floor, looking down to the floor. Drop your right hip down and turn around, face the other direction. Your right knee is going to open to the side. Left leg is straight. Yes, now we're facing the other short end. The back side of the mat. Yep. Lifting up tall, sit, reach. Firm your left leg, draw your waist in, fold over your left leg, Janu Shirsasana. Remember, you can do that little twist if you like also, grab onto your left ankle with your right hand and just pull that right shoulder down more. But don't hurt your sacrum or back. Firm your left leg for 3. Breathe. 2. And 1. Sitting up, plant your right foot. Put your left hand behind you, or elbow, works with the elbow too. Lean back, reach your right arm up and over. Take your rear end away from the floor in a wild thing. Breathing, think back bend. Looking down to the floor. Either sit down and then turn it into plank, or just turn it into plank and lower all the way to the ground. Point your toes, tighten your quads, lift into cobra, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then lower down and press up into down dog or tabletop. Inhale. And exhale. Drop down to your knees, grab your blocks. Placing the blocks medium to low, and then bring your right foot forward between your blocks. Move your right foot forward, sinking your hips forward. And you can lift your chest up, or you can keep yourself low. Using your blocks, you're going to step forward, so tuck your back toes under, and then step up to meet your right foot. Inhaling, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over. Stand. Reach your arms up, inhale. Folding over, exhale. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Folding over, exhale. Stand. Reach up, inhale. And fold over again. Inhale, come up halfway. Folding forward, put your hands on your block, step back with your your right foot. Step back with your right foot, come down to your knee. Adjust where the props are. Sink your hips forward. And pay attention to your right psoas. Your right hip flexor. Sitting back a little, using your blocks to help stand up. Tuck your back toes under, stepping forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Folding over, exhale. Stand. Reach up, inhale. And bring your hands down to heart center. Stepping back with your left foot, turn to the long end of the mat. Turn your feet forward. Place your hands to your waist. Toes to the long end. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold over. And you can put your hands on the floor. Do a headstand. Grab opposite elbows. Draw in your Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. Firm your quads. Take one more inhale. We're going to sit down from here. Yes, we are. I know we just stood up. So you can slide out and sit, or come down to your knees and sit into a V. I'm only using my block because it's here. Otherwise, I wouldn't. It was in my way. All right, sitting up tall, take an inhale. And fold if you'd like. I'm going to sit up tall and not fold. I'm just going to tuck my chin. Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock. You don't have to fold. You can still do all the other things. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Drishti, breathing. For 3. 2. And 1, sitting up. Sweep your left foot to meet your right and turn to sit on your mat again. Ta-da! Grab your block. Lay down. Put your feet on the floor. Place the block between your adductors. With your feet hip-width apart and feet flat on the floor, take your arms down by your sides. Rolling up from the floor, lift your rear end away from the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your block. Push your arms down. If you'd like to roll your shoulders under you a little bit, go ahead and push down. Makes it easier. Adding that hamstring crunch in there, you're going to try to bend your knees more, meaning you're just going to try to pull your body toward your heels. And then coming down, untuck your shoulders as you roll down. Bringing your knees, still with the block stays. Bringing your knees in toward your chest. Lift your shins higher than parallel. Touch your big toes together. Holding onto your head. Take an inhale. Exhaling, lift and tap your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale down. The other way, left elbow to right knee. 2. 3. We've only got 6. 4. 5. And 6. Lower your feet back to the floor. Place your arms by your sides. Lifting up, squeeze your glutes, roll your shoulders under you, push down with your arms. Let's try to bend your knees more. Your feet aren't going to move. It's just an effort that I'm looking for. Breathing 3. 2. Squeeze the block. And 1. Lowering down. Holding onto your head. You can put your legs out straight or keep your knees bent. Inhale. Exhale, lift to center. We've just got 6. That's all. Squeeze the block. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one, lowering down. Take your feet hip width apart, bend your knees, feet on the floor. Last time, bridge. Lift, squeeze the block. Roll your shoulders under a little. Glutes, inner thighs, hamstrings. Your quads are already working by lifting. Push your arms down with some effort, your elbows. Breathe 3. 2. And down. 1. Let the block go. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Rocking forward and back. Come up to seated. Grabbing your blocks, put them behind you. And we'll lay back into modified fish. So the blocks are under your rib cage and head. And you can open your arms or reach up. Maybe remove the block under your head and let your head fall back. Stay here if you'd like, or coming down from the block, lay down. Stay in modified fish if you want, though. Adding in some windshield wipers. Turning your head the opposite direction of your knees. As you slow down your windshield wipers into just a twist. And then, coming back up to center, slide your legs out, let them fall open. Turn your palms up. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Take rest. Okay, so if you want a towel, they are in the kitchen, in the fridge. And if you want to turn the lights off, the switch is by the front door. Okay, I'm going to read to you from Meditations from the Mat. This is day 25. And this is about truthfulness. In practice, I often remind my students, pride and ambition will get you hurt. Humility will get you well. Putting satya or truthfulness into practice on the mat is an exercise in humility. We tend to vacillate between our pride and ambition and our fear. Think of a posture that you've almost nailed. You're so close to mastering it that you can almost taste it. How tempting it is to push now, to let your ego step in and take you the rest of the way. But when we become ambitious, we lose sight of the point of our practice. Now think of a posture that you avoid. When we avoid certain postures, poses, we're allowing our own beliefs to dictate our reality. We believe that we are somehow less capable than the person to our right or to our left. The truth is that any demon honestly met becomes a friend, and our friends should be treated wisely if we wish them to remain our friends. Instead of pride or ambition, fear or avoidance, we need the light of truth. Humility is also the awareness that we cannot afford to play small. It is the aspect of satya that brings us into balance. We need not eradicate fear or ambition. Both are necessary energies in our lives. Rather, we must bring them into balance in the moment so that our postures are practiced with a healthy distribution of both energies. Our postures become the embodiment of this exquisite balance between holding on and letting go, action and non-action, ambition and restraint. What is required to achieve that balance is a commitment to humility, a commitment to the truth. Take a deep inhale. And let it go. Moving your fingers and your toes and wrists and ankles. Taking a stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. Draw your knees in. Rocking side to side. And then roll to your right. And press yourself up. Close your eyes. Sitting tall. Take your right ear toward your right shoulder. And then chin to chest. And your left ear over. And then back down. And over. And bring your head to neutral. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Press your palms together. Slide your hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me guide you. Thank you for being present. Lokaha samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free of suffering. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.